But yeah, we will most likely have to remake again when a game is loading up like this. Typically, it means that someone in the lobby has lagged out. So we'll see. We'll see who it is. And again, if you do want to check this out in other languages, this, as we were saying, this is being covered in Portuguese. Oh, as we are loading in, who is it?
It is
the Ragnarok, please.
Feels bad.
Feels bad, man.
So we're not remaking. It's just
No. Just of a play.
Casters aren't important. It's the top left corner of the map. In our first semi-final series, we have our Blue Protoss player playing for Dragon Phoenix Gaming. It is Zest.
Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have our Canadian Zerg player. She is red. She's representing her new team, Shopify Rebellion. It is Scarlett. Hey, imagine being important enough to actually have the game remade for you. Feels bad, man. If it was one of us, like, we could always Discord stream to try and work on that. That's happened before again for me and Yaku, where either Yaku has lagged out or I've lagged out, or like I shouldn't say lagged out. Our PCs or our game client crashes, and it's like, oh well, rip. Like, unfortunately, in these weeklies, it's usually like, if the player likes that, obviously we remake, or if it's like one of the higher viewer count the casters like Pig or even Chicken Man.
Why does Pig get that kind of luxury? We should just continue the game without him, you know?
Oh god.
These players don't have that kind of time. Come on now.
Right. They gotta go. We got a ZVP.
Yeah. Jim accidentally leaves? That's fine. We'll remake. It's okay.
This is the best. That was the best. That was amazing. When Jim accidentally left the game.
So bad. So bad.
We should make that a command in the chat for the clip. We should.
So bad. How did he leave the game?
Shaking my head.
He's playing too fast, man.
All right. But as we get into this PvZ again, like, I'm kind of worried. I've seen Zest just abuse this map and just wall off here at the ramp, wall off over here at the ramp, get up to 3 bases, eventually get up to 4 bases, and it's really difficult for the Protoss to really do much here, to push up this ramp and try and hit a timing. To be fair, I've also seen Zest be overly greedy and overly confident and just like throw down minimal amounts of shield batteries and cannons and like not have enough defenses set up to defend against pushes.
Do you think Zest is like gonna still be playing like how he did in IEM? Do you think he just plays in these to like refine those builds now?
That's a good question, because if you remember, I believe it was the week after IEM Katowice, Zest was here and we were casting him, and he was like playing different. He was very aggressive, very kind of all over the place. It looked like he was kind of having fun. It was just doing whatever.
Listen, he made second place at IEM.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, we didn't see like the typical Zest that we assumed to see. What I mean by that is in ESL Asia, he went like mass Oracle. He actually made like, he went double Stargate Oracle, and I was like, oh my god, and he won. Like, nice. That's like that's the kind of stuff that Zest was doing. So yeah, we'll see if he's done with that phase, or if he's also gonna try and mix things up a little bit, as we do see the Void Ray coming out first, followed by the Oracle.
Nothing like going mass Oracle isn't a phase, it's a lifestyle.
Look, sure.
It's getting a second Stargate.
Yep, there it is. Second Stargate is on the way, most likely for Void Rays, but we'll see. We'll see if he plays around with Oracles or Phoenixes.
Oh, nice.
Good start by Scarlett. She already had her Spore in position. She was already aware, because the Void Ray revealed itself, that there were Sky units out, and she defends well.
feel like Scarlett does like such a good job at like defending the air toss like at early games. Like you know that's like experience, right? You know, she's played against fast oracles, right? Or Stargate openers so many times that she has that experience to like just be able to defend them.
Exactly.
Oh,
Different,
sweet.
like,
More Void Rays. I love it.
yeah, and she confirms it as well. She sees the Void Ray popping out from the main, so she's aware that Zest is doing pretty standard things. And this is something that we haven't been able to see today, surprisingly. Like, the other Protoss players were doing other things, like Nice and Max Packs. So yeah, again, this is kind of more of what we saw a month ago. You know, double Stargate, Void Ray, straight into charge, and +1.
All right. So charge follow up, like you said, with +1. Oh god, he's gonna go mass charge live. Please tell me. Please, I want to see it. Do it. Do it.
Oh boy. Meanwhile, Scarlett does already have, ooh, interesting. She has her Hydrogen, she's working on +1 and already throwing down an Infestation Pit.
This is pretty much what she did when she was playing against Nice in that game too. She was very prepared for it. And maybe she's gonna go for Microbial Infestors again, or maybe just go into Fast Vipers. With that, if she goes into Infestors, she might be getting that Microbial Shroud kind of style. But Zest, oh god.
Yeah, this is the problem, right? Like, I hope she doesn't go into Microbial Shroud. We do see, okay, she's going Hydra Lurker Viper as the Lurker Den is being thrown down. It worked, like, Infestors worked so well against Nice because Nice neglected his Storm for so long. Meanwhile, Zest, Templar Archives is already done. Storm is already on the way.
So good. So good.
But yeah, this is crisp Zest we are seeing right now. You know, he's on 3 bases. He's slowly working towards his 4th. Interesting fourth location, by the way. And yeah, he's just rounding out his army. You know, he's got his mass Void Rays, and he's getting a nice ground army to complement them.
This is the ZVP I want to see, man.
Oh boy.
Oh, roaches just randomly out in the middle of the map. Getting tickled by Void Rays. Okay.
Yeah, that she does. Again, she has to be careful. Zest, he doesn't have a very large army, but again, like, he has a small amount of units, but like they're so valuable, like they hit hard. And at any moment, he has plenty of warp gates to just warp in a round of Zealots to help support this.
All right, Zest moving out, starting to start clearing up creep. Scarlett getting her lurkers already morphing. She's getting her lurker range upgrade as well. She's got this forward position with her creep. I really like it. Starting to cut the map in half already.
Yeah, I love this because again, this is kind of how Raynor was playing a little bit, but oh, there's nothing here to defend the base. The Zealots are coming in.
What's up? And just leaving. Just like that.
Yeah, 5 drones go down, then they do back off at the same time. Ooh, some of the lurkers are exposed.
Oh no. Good zoning storm. But I think it was like 1 lurker that just went down.
3.
From the looks of it. 3 went down.
Yeah, 3 lurkers. Oh god, that was a pretty big loss there. She has to be careful. Oh, storm.
Good transfuse on one of the lurkers, trying to keep it alive as much as possible. Good storms. Zest's storms are very, very effective. Good zoning storms, but also landing on top of the lurkers at the exact locations that they are at.
At the same time, I love what Scarlett's doing because this is what Raynor did. Like Zest, unlike players like Stats or some of the others that we saw, he doesn't go for disruptors. So storms are okay against Hydras, but they kind of tickle the lurkers.
Yeah, but those storms, they landed on top of those roaches and hydras, like, and now from all angles, Zest is coming in, surrounding everything. Sure, there are just Zealots, and they're not that effective against the lurkers because of the splash, but Scarlett's army does get cleaned up, and it's just these group of roaches.
Wow, almost 360 surround there by Zest with those Zealots. He was able to take out all the hydras, all the queens, and lurkers, completely demolishing the army of Scarlett.
Now Scarlett's got to restart from ground zero.
Basically, Jesus Christ. Thankfully, Scarlett has an amazing economy. Like she's got five bases. She has the rich Vespene gas, so she can afford to take some of these losses with her high gas intensive units. But again, like that was a pretty big loss. And Zest, he was able to keep the majority of his High Templar, of his Immortals alive. And now finally get into those carriers.
I'm amazed that he has such a small army and he's like able to defend.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of insane.
He's just all about that
free damage,
that efficiency, you know, and it allows him to do this, right? Like a normal Protoss player would have these zealots with his main army because, you know, he wants to make sure it's beefy, it's safe and secure. But Zest, he has the freedom to just send him out on the map and deny bases.
Okay. Seems like this group of zealots will get cleaned up by these roaches, hopefully. No, just kidding. Void Rays too good.
Void Rays are pretty good, and the carriers are coming out. This is starting to get a little bit scary. Scarlett has to get ready. There we go. The spores are going down. Her creep spread is pretty decent. It is at the halfway point. Oh boy, but I kind of hope to see eventually a couple of spires being thrown down to get ready to switch into those corruptors.
Alright, we'll see if Zest is pushing out. He's like in the middle of the map, starting to clear up creep. I think he's going to commit too much quite yet. Scarlett is sending Zerglings and Roaches over to Zest's third. The Zealots do intercept them, notifying Zest, hey, there's an army here, please send help. But a few gateways will go down. Voiders are here trying to help, but I don't think it's going to be enough to fight this quite yet.
Yeah, there are just a little bit too many Hydras. But Scarlett, she doesn't overstay her welcome. She takes out the gateways, then backs off. And I was about to say, Zest, he's missing some stack defense here, so he immediately throws down more cannons and shield barriers to make sure he's ready for a follow-up attack over here to the northern side of the map. Meanwhile, his main army is starting to push out, mate. Zest, he's maxed out.
Yeah, let's get that mothership.
Yeah, minus 400, minus 400. Let's go. Boy, here comes Scarlett. Yeah, another run back.
Another pressure on the third. This is like good for both players, right? Because this is just trading out Zealots, and Scar's trading out Roaches and Zerglings. Units that they don't really need, but, you know, they just have, good feedbacks on those Vipers. Carriers at the bomb on the carriers, but, you know, carriers are beefy boys, they don't care.
That they are. And what's scary about what just happened is that Scarlett, she lost her Viper, she also abducted, and there just wasn't enough anti-air to even kill the carrier. It just barely manages to survive. On top of that, Zest has been able to expand over here on the left-hand side. Scarlett has done a decent job at harassing, you know, this northern base, but like that's kind of where her main focus was, and it allowed Zest to get a fresh new base.
You know what was funny? Back in Wings of Liberty, my friend, when he played StarCraft, he knew when motherships were made because they would lag his computer. It didn't matter who made them or where they were made. If they were just made, it just lags his computer. Because as they spawn, they cloak everything, right?
Yeah.
So like his computer had to process everything on his opponent's base being cloaked at once. So he'd have this like split second of lag. He'd be like, oh, there's the mothership.
Oh god, I know that still does kind of happen, not in 1v1s, but like in team games. Like we all know how laggy that can get when there's just, especially 4v4s. Oh boy. Meanwhile, we do see Scarlett. She finally takes note of the base to the bottom left, but is it too late? There are plenty of cannons or even zealots here. The mothership.
It's gonna cloak everything.
Oh, but the abducts, the Vipers, they want it.
Whoa. Ouch. That mothership just went down instantaneously. However, Zest trading base for base, maybe? No. Scarlett had to pull back. She is actually going for that base, but Zest getting that hatchery first. With the recall, saved his base.
I was about to say, yeah, you know, they're trading base for base, and Scarlett has plenty of them, but as we just saw, Zest kills the base and saves his own.
And denies that base again. with that immortal.
I know, right?
Strategic immortal, man. Calculated.
Calculated, left the lone immortal there just to deny the base. Kappa. And now Scarlett. Oh boy.
There's such a difference here, Light. As we saw, like, Scarlett versus Light. Or Nice. She had the half of the map, but do you see her spore placement at the bottom? It's not even pushing out. And Zest, that gives Zest enough room to be able to sit here. Just like, be able to, you know, kind of creep around. Pressure her, saying that I'm here. What are you going to do about it?
Exactly. It's one of those things where Zest has done such a good job at clearing up creep. Previously there was creep all over this place, but now there's none whatsoever, and because of that, like, the spores are not in the most ideal positions. They are kind of split up a little bit, and Zest, he can kind of pick and choose where he wants to fight, and this is getting kind of scary. Oh my god, denied once again.
Wow, DT's on the map. She didn't see that coming.
No one saw that coming, mate. Jesus Christ.
We're in a bit of a stalemate, but the pressure's on Scarlett right now. Zest is just sitting outside of her bases, kind of just pondering back and forth. I kind of want to see a mothership skirt across the map, recall his army into her base, but you know, only Mechanic would do that. Only
Mechanic. Oh boy, meanwhile we do have Blink on the way for the DTs. I do like that Scarlett isn't neglecting her transition. Like, she's working on 2-2 for her Corruptors, for her Flyers. So eventually, you know, she can kind of switch a little bit harder into them. She still doesn't have a greater Spire, but again, I don't know if that's the biggest of deals. She's still got plenty of Lurkers to work with. This time, the Spores are borrowing.
Luckily. Good safety recall. Doesn't want to commit to... Oh, okay.
Offensive recall. Wow,
Offensive
with the mothership.
Nice. I actually like it. Now Scarlett has to re-uplift her army to move across here. And with this, Zest he's going to get that hatchery. Might get the second hatchery as well.
Exactly. He gets one. He could get two. He could keep going, but he wants to try and clear out a little bit more of this army. There we go. This hatchery, it's not going up.
He can also just recall back home.
He can. It's disgusting. He could even just be waiting for this base to finish and then he just recall. Oh boy.
Or he could just push in.
Oh, he could. Oh boy, we'll see what he decides to do as the next is about to finish up. This Lurker is being a little bit pesky, a little bit annoying. He's still posturing out here. Where is it?
No, I guess he's just gonna leave slowly, but that next is under fire, and it does finish, so it gets killed off.
Ooh, recall was eventually used. God damn it, Zest.
Maybe it was in cooldown still or something.
Maybe. As he finally does recall, does he have... Okay. He does have detection, so he will be able to clean out this Lurker. Again, looking to try and force Scarlett out of position. She's kind of being pulled apart again. It's been a while since she's been able to retake a base.
Yeah, she's really solidifying her position on this one area, but with that mothership across the map, like, Zest has options on where he can go, and he's doing it. He's pulling Mechanic strats. You know?
And this is dangerous. If he goes in, oh my god, if he goes into the natural and he snipes both Greater Spires, that's going to be huge. That's going to be devastating for Scarlett.
Dude, if he snipes both Greater Spires and she doesn't trade for... Oh, she has Corruptors. Okay, I was going to say, if she doesn't trade for Corruptors, like, oh.
she has some Corruptors. It's okay. It's not the worst case scenario. Okay, thankfully it looks like he's going for the main, not the natural.
She didn't see that? I was going to say, how... Is she going to see that?
Well,
now she sees it, and surprise, carriers are here.
The Evo Chambers.
But GG. Damn, GG. She got danced on.
She did. This is what I mean. Like, I was surprised to see Romanticide was allowed through, because Romanticide, that's Zest map.
Man, he was like a ninja. Is he a caster?
Wonder is not a caster. He's a player.
Kick him out.
Boy, as
don't let him in.
as
He's lagging out. The homie's lagging out too. What the heck?
He is. But it looks like we're gonna have a couple more casters joining us. I imagine there it is. Yeah, Pig must have finished up. That means the lower semis is done.
Oh, time to see the bracket update. Refresh. And in the grand finals will be Solar.
Oh, Solar was able to take down MaxX 3-0. Jesus Christ.
Yes, sir. Yeah, get dunked on, Max Pass. Ooh.
As I update the new casters on on what the current score is, as we are loading into game number 2.
Ox-eyed. Oh god, which number are you?
Oh god, let's find out.
7, okay. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have our blue Protoss player who's up 1-0, playing for Dragon Phoenix Gaming. It is Zest.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Oxide LE, we have... yes. We have the Canadian Zerg player. She is red. She's representing her new team, Shopify Rebellion. It is Scarlett.
I'm waiting for Pig to lag us out.
Hopefully it's okay. Oh boy.
All right. So, Scarlett getting that triangle third because that probe was being pesky. She didn't even want to bother. So it opens up, right? She can go for something aggressive, which I feel like she would do.
Yeah, we'll see. I get you could also argue that things like yes may open up for Zest, but we saw the last time we saw a big commitment into Glaives against Scarlett, and Scarlett was able to hold beautifully. So that probably isn't where Zest should be going with this. Unless we'll see. It is Zest.
Zest is kind of crazy.
He is best, mate. Oh boy. Regardless, again, after that game on the Romanticide, to be fair, some of these other maps, it is a little bit more difficult to defend your bases, so you could argue that Scarlett would have a better chance being aggressive here against Zest, even if the game goes on a little bit longer. We'll see. We have even seen, a couple of Queen Marshes across the map to end the game, and we saw that Zest, he isn't really one to go into disruptors, so could work.
Unless
May we got to give her hope, okay. We understand that she's up against potentially the best Protoss player in the world, but yo, she put up a fight.
Yeah, she did. She put up a fight last game as well, and as we see, Zest is going for that starter gate, and Scarlett just getting her third, being standard as possible. Going in for a scout, so she will see the Stargate, hopefully. At least if she scouts all the way in.
Yeah.
And, she should be prepared for it.
Exactly. There's no early Stalker coming out from Zest, so there's nothing to stop the Overlord from diving in and scouting the Stargate. On top of that, we have a Void Ray coming out, so regardless, Scarlett will be aware, and just like the previous game, she should be able to hold quite nicely against the potential follow-up Oracle.
If there's an Oracle.
True. Ooh.
It's getting it. Alright. Twilight Council
That's
right
fast.
away.
Yeah. So this is a little bit scary because we were just talking about it. He could go into Glaives from here.
We'll see, right? More gateways going down. Does smell like Glaives. I don't see a Robo though. So maybe we're gonna do like a hard commitment Glaives, like how Gerald did.
It's
but a third.
There we go. He's getting a third.
That's something Gerald didn't do.
True. As he did stay on 2 bases for quite a long time. Meanwhile, we do have Glaives on the way, so he is still utilizing those Glaive adepts. But as you said, he isn't hard committing. It isn't a 2 base all in by any means. He is still looking to expand and transition out of it.
I was kind of hoping for like mass charge lot, honestly.
That would be insane. That'd be absolutely crazy.
Look at her main, dude. It's such a there's such a dead zone. You know?
I mean,
okay, not as much, but like there is a possibility of a dead zone, right?
I mean,
pull the queens away and just.
You're not wrong.
Or even the third, you know? She took her natural, like, you know, at the lower third. Or with some charge slots there. But, you know, Zest knows what he's doing. Not gonna criticize him, you know? He is best, right? As people say.
He is. As here we go. We do have the Adepts. 4 more Adepts being warped in. He's looking to go across the map. The Ling does scout this.
Dude, that Scarlett's Ling's just always on point.
Always on point. The scouting Lings, they are worth so much here. And Scarlett, what does she have? Okay, she has a bunch of Lings on the way. She does have a Roach Warren. No Roaches out quite yet, though. This is kind of scary.
It is. She's not as prepared as she was against Gerald. And now 2 queens already go down. And she just has committed to fighting this natural base. With these drones, they have to run, but they are starting to go down. And will Zest commit to the shade? No, he doesn't. The queens just fighting the Adepts. No transfuses quite yet have been used. Shades out. Does get surrounded by the Zerglings, but damage has been done.
Exactly.
Went down. A lot of lost mine time. Got a few queens as well. And Scarlett, she's having to counterattack, but she's running into more Adepts.
Exactly. Like, because there are no Roaches, like, there's no real threat to the Adepts. They can go toe-to-toe and focus down the queens, and that's exactly what Zest is doing. GG gets called. Damn. That wasn't even like designed to kill. Like Zest, he had the third on the way. Like he was throwing down more gateways. Oh boy.
The third, I'm pretty sure the third base threw her off.
It did. 100%
it had to be, right?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Because she saw the third, it looked more standard. It looked a little bit more normal. And as a result, even though she had the Roach Warren, she didn't have any Roaches. She was actually researching Burrow, which was a little bit interesting. And sure, she had a bunch of Lings, and Lings are good to start off, but you need those Roaches eventually. Like, the Lings are good to chase the shade, but you need Roaches to really hold the line. Otherwise, we saw the Adepts, they don't care about queens. They just focus them down.
Yeah. It was unfortunate. Alright, it's Jagannath the Light. What do you expect to see?
Queen March. Let's go.
And the top right corner of the map on Jagannath the LE, we have our blue Protoss player who's on match point for this semifinal series, playing for Dragon Phoenix Gaming. It is Zest. Oh, fucking hell. Light.
You're not following me? Are you not?
Light. I am following you. What?
God. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the Canadian Zerg player. She is representing Shopify Rebellion. It is Scarlett.
Oh, thank God. I was expecting a forge for some reason.
Oh my God. I was like, man, are you okay?
You know, I saw like that early probe like leaving, and I was like, oh fuck.
It's okay.
Bro, he sent out the first probe, and then he pulled another probe off the lines to send it out, and I was just like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Hello?
Ay, ay, ay. It's okay. There's no cannon rush. To be fair, I actually have seen Zest cannon rush before, so it's well within his ability to do so.
I was worried. I was like, this motherfucker's cannon rush on Jack and Natha? Hello?
Oh boy.
Heart attack.
It's all good. It's all good. So far, so standard, as Scarlett is forced to take this triangular third. And again, like, it's really far forward. I would love to see her utilize that famed creep spread that she has and maybe get a highway going and then go across the map. The problem is that you could argue that maybe it's a little bit too obvious on Jagannatha. Maybe it's too expected, but at the same time, it can work well.
As we'll see, after all, Scarlett just she has her natural, she's just droning it up. Zest just finishing his cyber. We'll see what comes after, either Stargate or a Twilight. See, of course, Stargate. Most likely Void Ray first for the Oracle follow-up. And a Twilight Council. Bet. I'm calling it right now.
We'll see. We'll see if we see that Twilight Council being thrown down. I mean, again, Zest has the freedom to do whatever the hell he wants. Like, he's already up 2-0 in this series. Like, he can do whatever he so pleases. He has all the freedom in the world. So we'll see what he decides to do with that. If he goes for that early Twilight Council, if he goes for double Stargate, if he does something crazy and goes Disruptors.
He won't go Disruptors. Unless
we'll see. Also, shout out to Hanet in the chat, because I make the same mistake all the time when I introduce the team. I think I've said it. I said, yeah, like Spotify, Shopify, like, oh god, look. Oh boy.
All right, Zest, prove me wrong. Don't make an Oracle.
Do it. Don't do it.
Oh. Yeah, that's what I thought. Now make a Twilight Council.
Oh boy. Alright, and the initial Overlord will be taken out again, though. Scarlett should be well defended here against this Oracle. We have seen her throw down spores regardless. There's a spawn going down in the main base. She has 2 queens close to the third. She's going to have 3 queens, so she should be okay. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for Zest to find some damage with this Oracle.
Cool. All right, Oracle out on the hunt. But it's nothing to be surprised about.
Yeah. Should be fine. The Oracle's going across the map. Oh, there's not a lot here at the third, at the natural. Oh boy.
Yeah, drones do have to get pulled, but 2 queens here ready to defend. Oh, 4 queens, just kidding. She wants to be extra safe. And only 1 drone does get killed, but a second Stargate light. I was wrong. It's a second Stargate.
Oh boy.
He's going extra filthy.
He is going straight up double Stargate. Void Ray looking to just defend, play this out. Meanwhile, that creep, it is being spread quite hard towards the center of the map. Looking promising. We got some roaches on the way. We got plenty of queens.
We have Overlord speed? No, not quite. No German taxi.
No German taxi. Instead, we got the European highway being thrown down here. Scarlett is marching across the map. What is there to defend as this will get spotted by the Oracle? 2 Void Rays.
Queens, man. They trying.
They are. We'll see how much attack defense gets thrown down. There is a single shield battery at the third base. There we go. 2 shield batteries being thrown down at the natural. And Scarlett is slowly pushing on forward. Going to look to try and end the game.
Alright, what does Zest got? He's got an Oracle, he's got 3 Void Rays and a Depth, 4 Void Rays to be exact. Actually, more queens are being made. Ravagers are here as well. The Biles going in, but they do a miss. Actually, I don't know if that was a hit, maybe. But the Void Rays doing their best. They're focused down on the Ravager, but Transfuse is a good ability. The shield batteries are recharging the Void Rays shields, though. Zealots have been warped in at the third to help defend against the Zerglings. Photon cannons just pew-pewing away. I don't know. I think Scarlett's gonna start running out of steam. Like,
Yeah.
she doesn't have energies for transfuse, but she does have a lot of units. The depth does go down. The hole is open. There's Zerglings. Maybe they can go in. Not quite. She's just still being very safe.
The thing that's worrying is that I believe Overcharge still hasn't been used. There we go. Overcharge is being used as the Void Rays are pushing on forward. As you were saying, no more transfuse available, and the queens are starting to fall. Only 3 queens left. GG gets called.
What a defense.
Ay, ay, ay. All Zest needed were those Void Rays, just avoiding those biles, focusing down, forcing all the transfuses, all the energy to be used, and he holds beautifully.
It looked like she wanted to send her Zerglings in, but she decided against it? Question mark?
She was sending her Zerglings into the third. They were trying to like deal damage there, but there were depths being warped in. There were shield batteries and cannons. Oh, and we're going on a trip.
Your favorite rocket ship?
We are going to Asia.